anything that doesn't look right, see it, say it, I will sort it. You all know that YouTube requires a particular style of shooting. I just finished NYC. NYC was really great, and I did show up a lot from 2020 to like my NYC year. But then I had to relocate, and then I had accommodation issues. Couldn't shoot properly in my living situation at the time. I was to leave, but I had living problems and I had crazy housemates. I finished NYC July, moved to Lagos August. August to December was chaotic for me. By January, I got my own place. But I was not in a great place mentally, so I couldn't go back to YouTube at the time. I also lost my job. It was only 4 months on the job, but I almost lost my mind. I lost the job as well because I wasn't willing to compromise on my salary expectation. I had said this was what I wanted. I was promised a raise, and after so many, oh, well done, you're doing great. It was we didn't see your results. We didn't see any impact in what you were doing. Founders or startup founders will mod you. I was also at that point where I wanted to show up for value, and I wasn't particularly sure that the content I was giving at the time was cutting it. So I did want to take a step back and reevaluate. Plus, to reevaluate, I wanted to dish out value that I come back 5-10 years, I come to the page and I realize that what you said 5 years ago, 10 years ago is still very relevant to a generation. Honestly, I didn't say anything. I just ghosted. The hardest part of leaving YouTube for me was the fear of missing out. A lot of people that, were started creating content around the same time had continued to do great stuff and, continued to grow. Some of their channels were even monetized. That wasn't the purpose of me starting YouTube, honestly. But I'd pushed this thing for 2 years. And I'd even gotten over 10K views. Like, it was really, really encouraging. And then all of a sudden, I just had to take that step back. But in the period where I was off YouTube, I would call it a very intense period of learning. I realized that I was actually passionate about digital marketing. I put all of that energy, all of that drive, all of that passion into volunteering. At a time, I was volunteering to manage about 6 different social media pages at the same time. Different industries. If you'd say you needed a volunteer, I was happy to do it. I wasn't taking salary. I wasn't taking like a salary or a pay cut. But in this period, I was learning about the algorithms of social media, how it really, really worked. I was learning about content creation, so I would do designs. I was learning about jumping on trends and leveraging trends, learning to convert spoken trends into text design. So it's been a period of stretching for me. I did the volunteering because I was out of a job January till like June. So January till June, I exhausted myself volunteering to manage people's social media pages just to understand how it worked without pay. After that, I got a job at an agency, which was a crazy stretch for me because I'd taken the work ethic I'd built in the last 6 months into that. So I was able to equally create content for like 6 to 7 brands at the same time. Initially without breaking. And then from there, I knew that, okay, so I want to explore a career in marketing. And I said I wanted to do product marketing because it was exciting for me. And I did get a job at an AI and data solutions company. And it was amazing, honestly. It was a stretch. It was new. It was novel. I'd never done anything like that before, but I was willing to put in the work, and I did. Was there for a year, and impact, the number speaks for itself. At the same time, I was helping to build a community, helping to build another community, and just generally trying to pull my weight in different ways. Late last year, I got admission to the University of Lincoln to study international business management. I'd started an MBA in LASU actually, but I dropped that to come to the UK for international business management in the Midlands, to be precise. It aligns more closely with my interest at the time. So, plus I have an active support system here in the UK. Also, more Nigerians are in the UK, so culturally we're more aligned. And the UK is closer to Nigeria, so if I'm tired and I need a break, I can always body train and go home, go to Nigeria. The first thing for me was to get my conditional offer. I actually applied for 2 courses in the University of Lincoln. I applied for an MSc International Business Management and I applied for an MBA. I got offers for both. I actually got unconditional offers for both. I decided to go with International Business Management because I looked at the curriculum and I was more aligned towards International Business Management, even though an MBA is like a professional course. After my unconditional offer, I paid my tuition deposit and then I started to chase up for my CAS. When I received my CAS, which is my certificate confirmation of acceptance of studies, what you need to apply for your visa, I went ahead and I applied for my visa, and within 19 days, I did get my visa. I think one of the biggest challenges that I faced in the entire process was waiting for my visa to come through, because that process, you could not affect it with human decision. If it's about admission, you can call the school and say, oh, I wanted to follow up on my admission, blah, 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 blah. If it's about your CAS, you can chase up, you can send somebody to the school, you can ring the school, you can send emails and say, I'm trying to follow up on my CAS, this or this or that. But when it comes to visa, and there was a pool because it was towards fall, a lot of people were applying for visas too at the same time. So you needed to like really be patient for immigration. Plus, there's no physical office to say, oh, okay, oh, I want to go and stand on these people's neck to give me admission, to give me my visa. I've met all the rules and everything. There's nothing like that. So you either call them, you pay for fast track, or there's one other thing, I can't remember. I think my first major culture shock was if you see anything that doesn't look right, see it, say it, I will sort it. Or call 61061, I will sort it. Yeah. First day I came into the UK, there was something wrong with my ticket. And the person that checks the thing, they literally threw me off the train. Like, she didn't care that I was just coming into the country. She didn't care that I was carrying 4 bags, my 23 kg, my 10 kg, and my handbag. She did not care. The rules were just the rules. I still think about it from time to time. I even used it in one of my dissertation as a culture shock essay. I did post it on LinkedIn as well. That was how much of an impact that encounter had on me. Social norms. Okay, so here in the UK, like everybody says, you okay, you alright? And that like marked me because I didn't even understand what it was. We do good morning in Nigeria, right? In the UK, they lose the good. So you just say, morning, are you okay? That is, are you okay? You alright? That is, are you alright? And so that was like different for me. And I had to learn, obviously, to thrive in the ecosystem. One thing I learned is never eat in an English person's house if you're not sure that the plate is very clean, because apparently there's washing but there's no rinsing. You're washing and drying, so you can eat poison, that's on you. Weather adjustments for the first 4 months, in fact for the first 6 months, I struggled with the weather. I did struggle because I was coming from a 32 degrees straight into a 17, 18, 19 degrees consistently, and then it further dropped to like -6. How much did I need to have to make the move possible? I'm just going to tell you the figure. You do the maths. I needed, school fees was my school fees was 18,100. I had a scholarship of about 4,000. So 14,100. Your proof of living expenses is about £1,023 per month. So multiply that by 12 months. That to the 14,100. Add your IHS fee. IHS is your health insurance. And then my visa application fee, it was around £400 or 800. I'm not so sure. Like, I can't remember, honestly. How did I find housing and employment? I did not start working till January 2025. So that was 4 months of not working. Thankfully, I have family here. So that helped with a bit of stability and structure and comfort. How did leaving YouTube affect my friendships? A lot of people still drag me till today for leaving YouTube. So I hope you guys are happy that I'm back. I also hope that I'll get your support from time to time. I live with family, so, but typically, if you're living in an area like where I am in the Midlands, accommodation is like from 400 upward. monthly, £400 upward monthly, depending on where you are. A lot of students use shared accommodations, which is really great and cost effective, honestly. You might lose your mind. Transportation is generally low because if you're working in the same city, a bus is like £3 regardless of wherever you're going to. If you have to take 2 buses, that's like £6 now. Buying stuff is really affordable. I did a content on TikTok to talk about how you can spend £5 to feed yourself. All these in Lidl's, there are things that you get off the counter for literally less than £1, including things that will fill you, like bread. You get a full loaf of bread for like 79p in some stores. If you go to Sainsbury's, if you go to Heron Food, if you go to Aldi, Lidl, you get stuff like that really cheap. Their potatoes, stuff like really cheap. So shop at cheap places if you obviously, because you're a student. 100% yes. First of all, lots of Nigerians are in the UK, so the sense of community, you'll not really miss that compared to traveling to a place like Yukon in Canada, where you might struggle to find a black person. There's this joy of seeing people with the same color of skin, knowing that you're not alone, even if you're not friends, even if you're not tight and chummy. So yes, I recommend the UK because of that. Community is great here in the UK. Like, there are so many amazing communities. There are many black communities. There are literally like lots of amazing stuff. In London, there is Peckham, which is like the hood for lots of black people. And in different cities, there are different communities. So I definitely recommend the UK. If you want to understand structure and stability, I recommend the UK, because that job, you have it, you actually do the work, but you actually get the money. So if you do overtime, you get paid for doing overtime. It's not like you're doing overtime and it's on vibes and inshallah and hopefully the boss likes me. I really can't speak much about loneliness. I do miss my partner, but regarding loneliness, if you have a community, if you have a group of people that you're with, you probably not feel the impact of loneliness. People feel loneliness because they're disconnected from community. Thank you guys so much for watching this YouTube video. If you did, if you stayed until this time, wow, you are the real MVP. Thank you so much for staying till the end. I really do appreciate you. Honestly, I really do. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like this video, leave a comment, turn on your notification bell, and tell me if there's anything in particular that you want me to talk about. I will be more than happy to talk about it. Cheers, guys.